As the most recognizable exhibition in aviation industry, the Paris Air Show attracts more than 300,000 visitors the third week of June every 2 years. Nearly 140,000 trade professionals visit the trade show Monday through Friday, but it's the two-day public weekend that packs an even more impressive punch, when as many as 175,000 enthusiastic visitors of all ages wait in line to see what's new and exciting on the ground and in the air. Throughout the public weekend, the air show is undeniably the center ring attraction and never fails to make an indelible impression on the eyes and ears. The static display area, where jets and planes are parked, features some of the world's newest and most exciting aircraft. But the rest of the site at LeBourget, the interior trade halls, are typically abandoned by the exhibiting companies by Friday evening, leaving weekend visitors to wander through mostly vacant buildings. Kallman Worldwide has organized the U.S. International Pavilion at the Paris Air Show since 1995. In 2013, Kallman celebrated its 50th anniversary, which also coincided with the 50th edition of the Paris Air Show itself.
In the past, visitors to the U.S. Pavilion during the public weekend at the Paris Air Show were greeted by a sea of empty wall panels, or panels with Velcro tabs on them where posters used to be, or TV mounts without a television, or if there was a television, it certainly wasn't running. I remember about 12 years ago seeing a family come in the door, mom and dad, and holding the hand of their son, and they looked around and kind of perused the area and turned around and left. And they had a bit of a disgusted face on, and made an impression on me. And I said, you know, for 2013, we're going to change that. We're going to present something for the public that's fun, that's engaging, and that puts that leaves a lasting impression about what America is really all about.
So Tom, thank you for your company's creativity and for making all of the United States look so good. I think your visitors are going to love what they see. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you all a very successful air show this year. Thank you so much.
Months of stateside planning became a reality Friday evening as the Kallman Paris Air Show on-site team worked overnight to convert the international business-focused pavilion into a family educational and amusement experience. Saturday morning, thousands of French families were surprised and delighted to see Aerogare USA, or Terminal USA, a fun and colorful hands-on multimedia experience in the U.S. Pavilion, the only display area in the entire show of its kind designed just for families and aviation enthusiasts of all ages. Entering the attraction through an airport-style departure gate, every visitor was greeted by a Kallman staff member and presented a boarding pass listing the different stops in the attraction. An overhead screen showed departure times, and Tom Kallman and Aerospace Program Director Gerri Cozic led the tourists through the archway to the start of their journey at Voyage et Tourisme USA, or Travel USA, a walkway lined with travel brochures from U.S. states, national parks, and amusement destinations. The visitors strolled the red, white, and blue carpet, and hardly a visitor could resist stopping and taking a photo with President Obama and First Lady Michelle. But life-size cutouts of Minnie and Mickey and Uncle Sam were pretty popular as well. Just beyond the Travel to USA area, the next planned stop was the U.S. military display. Travelers learned the rich history of the world's largest and most powerful air defense agency, the U.S. Air Force, from airmen present as well as from videos and 3D-scaled models. Alongside that exhibition were the members of the American Legion based in France, who enthralled crowds throughout the day with their personal wartime recollections, some as far back as World War II. After posing with the veterans for photos, the visitors moved to the duty-free desk, where they could choose from a wide variety of free gifts donated by Kallman Worldwide and numerous American exhibitors. These gifts were made in the USA and ranged from stickers to computer thumb drives and baseball caps and the always popular peens.
The most memorable thing for me was we had tons of giveaways throughout the weekend, and then on Sunday, as the day came to a close, we kind of ran out of things to give out, and all we had left were stickers, and I was like kind of nervous because kids were so excited to be getting so many pins. And I gave this little boy a sticker, and I said, "I'm so sorry, this is all we have left." And he was like, "It's okay, like I love stickers."
Drawn by the smell of popcorn, the guests then entered the first-class lounge, formerly the U.S. exhibitors' meeting point during the trade week. There, even the most serious visitor could not resist the fun of Jeux de Carnaval, or carnival games. Kallman staff members traded the business suits, ties, and high heels of the past week for aquamarine t-shirts and sneakers to paint the faces of Parisian toddlers and color with them on tot-sized furniture. Visitors and staff danced to video games and tried their hands on one of the 4 high-tech games and flight simulators set up there. There were dogfights and dancing everywhere.
The business class lounge to me was the focal point of everything that we did for the weekend, for the public weekend. And we tried to make that be something that everybody would enjoy. So not only focusing on aviation, but focusing on some fun things for small children that maybe didn't understand what a simulator was or a video game was. So with that in mind, we did some cool things with popcorn and Coca-Cola. We had coloring stations for some of the smaller kids to sit down, and we got some aviation coloring books donated by Lockheed Martin, which were a big hit. I think the most fun thing that we did was the Wii dance videos that seemed to attract everybody of all ages, from little kids that were 2 years old that could barely walk, through adults, grandparents that were taking part in it. We got some great video shots. Even the CEO of the Paris Air Show took part in that.
Popcorn, a soft drink, and chocolate chip cookies for everyone, and nobody left unhappy. The last stop on the tour was the 110 Years of Flight Gallery. This multimedia display showcased the remarkable history of aviation with a movie theater, model aircraft, and dozens of giant, engaging visuals of the pillars of aerospace, from the Wright brothers to Charles Lindbergh to Neil Armstrong. Earlier in the week, lunar pioneer Buzz Aldrin previewed the display, honoring Apollo 11's epic journey. Nearly 5,000 visitors left the 2013 International Paris Air Show with gifts, photos, and happy memories of figure eights, nosedives, but perhaps most importantly, a new perspective on America and our role in aviation and as friends.
I think that I hadn't laughed like that or enjoyed something like that in a very long time, and it was something that I know that I went to sleep with that night, my head on a pillow, feeling like we did a really, really good thing.
We spent a lot of time, effort, and energy putting together an experience that we thought was educational, informative, engaging, and downright fun. As I say, Kallman Worldwide took that upon themselves, but for 2015 and beyond, we want to raise the bar a little bit. We want to offer a few more things, and we're also looking for like-minded companies that are interested in helping make a positive impression on the public that visits the Paris Air Show. So if that's something that you're interested in, please give us a call.